Good morning and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something a little different and I'm going to take you with me as I have a training day in New York City. So I'm starting off my morning right. This is a breakfast salad. I always love to start my day off with greens. I'm not going to go too much into what I eat in a day. I can have a separate dedicated video to that. If you're new to my channel, let me tell you a little bit about me. So I teach beginning aerial silks classes and flexibility classes in New York City. Let me put this to the side for a second. It's too tempting. So I teach beginning aerial silks classes and also flexibility classes in New York City. I got into aerial a little later in life. In addition to teaching aerial, I'm also an actress. So right now I teach classes Friday. I usually teach a private lesson on Saturday, and then I also teach on Sundays. Occasionally I'll sub throughout the week, but this week I have no classes on my schedule. Also, it's the end of April through May is the slow season for auditioning, and I also do a lot of background work to supplement my income. So I have a lot of days off. So today is just going to be dedicated to training and also studying for my yoga certification. I'm doing an online yoga certification program right now. So I just thought I'd bring you all along with me. I love Mondays. I think they are the perfect day for a project comeback, and I am coming back from an injury. I don't know exactly what I did, but I think I compressed a disc in my low back. Since I was in my early 20s, I've had sacrum problems. I have something called sacroiliitis, where my pelvis is a little crooked and my sacroiliac joints get really inflamed. Through dedicated exercise, strengthening routines and everything, and also a healthy diet, I've been able to keep it at bay. But I had a week where I was traveling 2 weeks ago and I wasn't able to keep up my routine, and that's when it started getting out of whack. And I think this time it sort of went into my low back. So today is like one of the first days I'm starting to feel really good. So I'm super excited to train today. I'm not gonna overdo it though. I'm gonna go take a flexibility class downtown at Warrior Bridge. And then I am gonna go up to Aerial Arts in New York City, where I'm gonna take an advanced beginning aerial silks class. I'm trying to push myself and take more intermediate levels, but being that I haven't trained in almost 3 weeks, I'm gonna stick with advanced beginning today. And hopefully it'll go well, and hopefully my body will feel good. So let me finish my breakfast and then let me get out of this bear onesie and start my day. All right, this is my outfit of the day. I am wearing Emily Sue Designs from top to bottom. I'm gonna post my coupon code right there. I don't think she sells these specific leggings anymore, but I love her style because they go up over the belly, up towards the waist. They have a very slimming look, and she does a mix of leggings that just go to the ankles, but these ones I love because they go over the ankles and they make my legs look nice and long. So anyway, with that, let's go. Let's go train. Come on. Come on.
First up is my flexibility class at Warrior Bridge in the South Street Seaport area. I live in Chelsea, so I am going to have to take the subway, but it's not too long of a subway ride, as long as the subways are cooperating. It's spring in New York City, and the weather has been all over the place. One day it's 50s, one day it's 70s. Today it's high 50s. It's going to be low 60s at the highest, so I did have to wear my jacket. But hey, at least it's sunny outside. I'm a little bit spoiled because where I live in Manhattan, I'm kind of in the center of everything. I can walk to my job, there's a Trader Joe's, there's a Whole Foods, so I don't really have to take the subway that much, which is a good thing because it's been absolutely awful. And today is no different. Look at this mess, y'all. Did it rain last night? Yes. Is it New York and does it rain often in the spring? Yes. Why is our subway turning into a pond? Come on, MTA. Surely there has got to be some sort of drainage system that you can put in place to help this. But it's fine. Take my money. It is fine. So once I'm here, let's hope that it's running on time. Checking out the schedule. Okay, 2 minutes. Yeah, no. At this point, I've been waiting for about 7 or 8 minutes and still no subway. But of course, the sign isn't saying anything. Finally, after a 10-minute wait, it arrives. This is why, if you live in New York City, you have to leave early for everything. So I take the 1 train south to the 2 or the 3 train, and I get off in the financial district. So let me tell you about the Studio Warrior Bridge, where I'm going right now. One thing I love about going there is that it is in South Street Seaport area, which is so cute. If you have never been to New York City before and you come visit us, please make sure you check it out. It's just a cute area with cobblestone streets, lots of older buildings, little museums, loads of shops, good restaurants. And for me, it's about a 10-minute walk from my subway. I used to go to this studio all the time pre-pandemic. During the pandemic, they started an on-demand / live Zoom program. So I got really into that, and then they cut the class times down. So back in the day, they used to have 90-minute classes, and then they went to 75 minutes, and now they are only about an hour long. Well, some of them are longer. Pause. This is the beauteous Yiza working the front desk. What a great person to see first thing in the morning. Continuing on, though, for me, when I train flexibility, I like to train minimum 90 minutes. Sometimes I like to train up to 3 hours. Since classes have been back in the studio, they've been a hybrid of online and in person. I've mostly been doing them online because that way I can just keep going and going and going on my own rather than have the class be over and have to leave the studio. But with our purchase of the monthly unlimited on-demand program, we do get 1 free in-person class included. So that's what I'm doing today, which is good because it is nice to be in person and feel the energy from other people and have a teacher looking at you, telling you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. I just wish the classes were a little longer. Luckily today, nothing was going on afterwards, so I kept training for another 20 minutes. And I don't know if you can tell, but clearly it is a backbending class today. Another issue I've been having with my flexibility is because of all the random issues I've been having. I pulled my groin a little while ago, my back was hurting. I haven't been able to train as much as normal, and I have lost some mobility. Am I way more flexible than when I started my flexibility journey? Yes, but little things like trying to touch my toes to my head in this Cobra pose were a lot harder than they were last year. Also, in the past, I was able to get my feet all the way to the ground in a chest stand, and now I'm struggle bussing just to get them to touch my head. But you know what, everyone? All we can do is keep trying and doing our best. Today was particularly frustrating for me, though, because I ran into an old friend named Linlin. Linlin started her aerial and contortion journey after me, and she is now a supreme yoga teacher, aerial teacher. This is the goddess we speak of. Look at this. Yes, is she 20 years younger than me? Yes, but still, I'm so jealous. She's amazing. If you're curious to know what my life goals are, this is it. And despite being jealous, it was great to see Linlin. She is from Hong Kong and is back in New York visiting for a while, so I'm so happy about that and so happy to be training with her again. It's time for me to head back home because in a little bit I have an aerial silks class. Luckily, the subway ride home went much speedier for me, and now it's time to refuel. Lunch for me today is keto waffles with sugar-free chocolate chips. I'm not on the keto diet, but I do try and keep my sugar load down, so I have a lot of keto foods. Do let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a dedicated what I eat in a day video. Now it's time for me to run up to Aerial Arts. Aerial Arts is about a 15-minute walk from my house. I usually train at Body and Pole where I work, but I like to go to Aerial Arts at least one day a week for the ceiling height. I am an aerial teacher who is afraid of heights. I know that sounds totally and completely bizarre, but nonetheless, here we are. The silks at Aerial Arts are probably about 4, 5, maybe even 6 feet higher than the silks at Body and Pole. Today I'm kind of playing it safe though and doing everything closer to the ground, even though I should be higher just because I'm still nervous about my back. Also, I'm just happy that I can invert today. Invert meaning go upside down, because last week my back would just start to spasm like crazy and I couldn't do it. I would start to fall out. We did learn some drops today that I didn't feel comfortable participating in because I was nervous about the recoil on my spine. But again, I am just super grateful I made it through class without any insane back pain. And I didn't lose any arm or ab strength after nearly 2 weeks off of aerial. Let's call class a success. So now it's time for me to run back home because I have to study for my yoga certification. As I said earlier, I'm doing an online yoga certification. If I did not teach flex and aerial, I would not be doing this only online, but my schedule is kind of all over the place. So doing this via the internet allows me to study when I can. Rather than go to 8-hour in-person classes a day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm spending 1 to 3 hours a day every day just going through all of the sections, all of the classes. I'm getting certified with a studio called Yoga Renew. They are located in Hoboken, New Jersey. Let me know in the comments below if you'd also like a dedicated video about my online certification experience. After studying for 2 hours, I watched the nightly news with my husband. We love David Muir on ABC. It's kind of a tradition. I know, we are like an old married couple. No, literally, we are. But also David Muir is so cute. And when David Muir is finished telling us about how the world is being destroyed, I'm going to take a bath today because my back is messed up, and then my bed awaits. I usually spend like an hour messing around with social media, and then I go to sleep. And that is a day in my life training. Until the next time, happy bending, y'all.